we go. 3.
Hello, and we are back on the soundstage. I am back. I'm Heidi Ellsworth. I'm coming back in. Karen Edwards has been bringing you great interviews. We are on the Coffee Shop soundstage, sponsored by QXO at Florida Roofing Conference here in Kissimmee, Florida. I say it both ways every time. And we are with the gentlemen of Duro-Last. Yeah, I love having these guys. So cool. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, I love it.
It's always good to have a Roofers Coffee Shop interview.
Well, a show isn't a show without a Roofer's Coffee Shop interview,
I
is
agree.
it?
I agree.
There you go, right
Yeah.
there. So, well, let's start with some introductions. So, Jason,
Sure.
why don't you start us off?
Yeah, Jason Dark, VP of Commercial Operations at Duro-Last. Been with the company 20 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And Jason?
Jason Plattner, Regional Sales Manager for Florida here.
Oh, hey, right home turf.
Yep.
I love it here,
He's
by
a
the way.
Buckeye. Don't.
So
Yeah, I'm
beautiful.
originally from Ohio.
Okay.
I'm a roofer from
He's a
Ohio.
real
Yeah,
Floridian.
right there. Okay. And we don't even need to have Bill introduce himself because everybody knows it. But let's do it anyway. Bill, go ahead.
Bill Boyer, Business and Technical Manager with Duro-Last here in Florida, and been with the company 15 years next month.
Wow. You want to show us your badge? He
Been long?
He wins for the most ribbons.
Well, there's a
How
couple
long have you
people.
been involved with FRSA?
40 years.
40 years.
40 years,
Oh
yep.
my
And
God.
Duralast, what? 20?
15.
No. How
No,
long?
Duro-Last 28.
Yeah, 28.
28.
28 years with Duro-Last, and the company. We've been here in the trade show for 28 years. So.
That is amazing. That is so cool. So, it's just been a great show, and
Busy. It was busy.
busy. I would love to hear what's been your thoughts so far on the show.
Believe it or not,
Yeah,
this is my first time ever at the FRSA show.
Chase.
Yeah, I know. Shame on me.
No
Shame. They never let me
way.
come down. So this year Jason got. See, Bill never invited me. Jason gave me the invite. No, I think it's a fantastic show. I mean, yesterday was crazy busy.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers.
5,200.
Right. So
It was
that's
an all-time record.
right. That's when it comes to a
Yeah.
not a local show, but an affiliate
Yeah.
association like this.
It's
That's big.
actually the second largest show in roofing
Yeah, I
as
believe
of this year.
I
So
believe it,
Western
yeah.
states, they're gonna be competing,
Sure.
trying to get up
So
there.
I
But
can
yeah,
feel it in there. And
Yeah.
So I thought it was great. And then, the day 2 of a show.
right.
One,
Yeah.
we don't ever discount day 2. Day
Yeah,
2
no.
is fantastic.
That's
and
when
it's
you
been
get the
great.
good conversation.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's been great. So
Yeah.
I'd say this is a top shelf show
This
so
is
far.
so great.
Yeah, it's wonderful seeing everybody. They bring a lot of. It's nice to see everybody bring their family and their kids and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
just enjoying the show. So
Yeah, a
So
lot more
fun.
of that today. Which is
A
cool.
lot more kids,
Yeah.
and I love that show for this. Okay, Jason. Now, are you a Floridian, or are you moving to Florida?
no, I've been in Florida 5 years now.
Okay.
But so technically, I've been kind of part of the Duro-Last family since like the year 2001. I installed Duro-Last when we were simply prefabricated sheets.
Yeah.
I started installing those in 2001, so have a big
love it.
passion for it, and
Yeah.
actually did the work, and so this is my second year on the manufacturing side of things.
Okay.
So it's kind of neat. Now I'm on the inside looking out or the outside looking in. I'm not really sure which
Kinda
direction
fun.
you go with that,
Yeah.
but it's
I've been on all sides too, and it's kind of
different
fun
vibe.
to
It's a
see it.
different vibe,
Yeah,
that's for
I
sure.
know.
So
Well,
I
it's
relate to the contractors, and now
Yeah.
I'm seeing the other side of it.
such
so,
a great company and the perfect solution for a lot of what's going on in Florida.
absolutely,
Yeah.
it sure is.
You're going to see, I mean, talk to us a little bit about, we always love to hear, locally, because everything that happens in Florida seems to spread over the rest of the country. But what are some of the things that you're seeing in Florida that, it's really where Duro-Last is coming in with solutions?
Just the fact that we are able to come up with those solutions. There's
Yeah.
really not a lot of situations that we get ourselves into that we don't have an answer. So if we can get people coming to the table asking us for solutions, we're able to provide that.
Right.
So because we have a lot of unique systems and a lot of unique things that we do that other people can't. So once we get that word out, it does start to spread more, and other people call and they're like, "Well, hey, how did you guys do this over here?" So, well, this is what we did on that, that last project. So
And you have such a wide breadth of products, that you have been continuing to grow. But Bill, 40 years coming to FRSA, how much, I mean, you have seen a lot change over the years. And really, when you think about right now, there is a big push about prefabrication. And Duro-Last has always been doing that.
Right.
But now people are really seeing that as a solution for time savings. What are you seeing?
I mean, it's very unique to the roofing industry, and Duro-Last has been doing it since the beginning.
Right.
And with when I first started coming there really was no single ply
Yeah.
at that time. It was all hot asphalt. The show was about half the size it is now, and so just the growth and the changes in that in itself, just the factor of all the different products that have changed over the many years, and then we're seeing metal panels and everything coming in now, but the prefabrication, I think it's still pretty unique to us. There's some other people picking up parts and pieces of that,
Yeah.
but people don't get it for the most part.
Yeah.
And we've always got it and done it right.
Yeah, and
Right.
Heidi, our latest iteration of custom fabrication is
Yes.
roll goods.
Yes.
We're custom cutting them to length, right?
Wow.
So if you need 72-foot sheets, we make 72-foot sheets.
Yep.
If you need
Love it.
172-foot ridge to eave, we can make you
Yeah.
173, 174-foot.
So
So
much
there's
that.
no butt welds, no key patches, just a nice cleaner install.
Yeah.
So really excited about that. We call that DLX.
Uh-huh.
It's kind
Yeah.
of one of our premium membranes, but that's kind of the latest iteration of the
Yeah.
custom.
I mean, there's so much happening out there, Jason. We see it. You and I are at a lot of the same
Yep.
events together, the Roofing Alliance and everything. But the industry is having to change because of the labor shortage and
Fantastic.
how we think about the roof and how we go to the roof and
Wild.
put things on. You guys are leaders there.
Yeah, we try to be. We're really close with our customers. We try to be partners with them and do whatever it takes to make their life easier. I mean, that's what custom fabrication was built on, making the life of a roofing crew easier.
Yeah.
And we still strive to do that every day. And that's why we came out with custom cut rolls and obviously custom fab and custom fabricated parapet walls, easier to hang.
Yeah.
There's several other innovations that we're working on that I wish I could talk about here today, which I cannot.
Ooh, come on, a little exclusive.
But for example,
come on.
January of this year at our big
Yeah.
national sales seminar in San Antonio, we launched our Durotech TPO,
Right. Right.
which is it's got a bigger, a thicker top layer
Mhm.
than every other TPO on the market. It has an anti-wicking scrim, which
Yeah.
eliminates the need to
Nice.
use seam sealer
Yeah.
where the cut edges are. So now that's not some huge innovation, but
Right.
it is a great product line for us to launch. And again, in January, we're working on some other really cool innovations. So
I know.
unfortunately,
We
it's a
usually-
standby.
We usually
you'll-
hear
yeah,
about those
yeah,
pretty,
yeah.
we-
You'll
we-
be there, and you'll
yeah.
get the you'll get the
We
lowdown.
get them
But
on.
we're excited about continuing to be innovative and provide
Yeah.
solutions to our customers. So
That's so
we got a
cool.
lot going on. We're excited
Yeah.
about it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Jason, the contractors you're seeing in the booth in there, what are some of the things they're talking about? What are they excited about?
Oh, that's a good question. When you're putting me on the spot, this is not where I shine. One would say when you turn a camera my
Okay,
direction.
not just at the show then. How about what are contractors saying overall?
Oh, everybody's pretty excited. Everybody's staying pretty busy.
Yeah.
We have some contractors that are booked up, and we have some contractors that are staying right on schedule. As you know, in Florida, everything gets hung up a little bit here and there, and permits and insurance and stuff like that.
Right.
And then you get hit by a hurricane.
Yeah, and that's the big buzz. So a lot of them are kind of excited for a lot of that to finally come through. For instance, down in Fort Myers, just from a couple years ago, still waiting on a lot of that stuff. So it's wild, but they're getting excited for some of that stuff to start getting released and more projects coming our direction. Bill, you got anything to add to that, or either one of you guys?
No, I mean, the contractors are just, excited about the things that we're offering, giving them another option. They still, especially the loyal guys, now that we have the TPO product, they've got something else that if they can't make that change, now we can offer the same thing to kind of help them through the process. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My vibe from inside the show is people are really optimistic about the year.
Yeah.
I think it started a little wonky with all the political stuff and economic stuff, macroeconomic world stuff. But I think it's starting to turn a little bit.
Yep.
So I feel pretty good about that. And that's what I've been hearing inside the show too.
I'm so glad you said that because I've been accused of maybe being over optimistic at times in my life. I'm a little
too.
cheery, yeah, right.
Jason, you're on a cloud.
Yeah, come on.
Fair enough.
But really, that is what I'm hearing too from contractors, that they're seeing the backlogs grow. They're seeing a lot of interest in what's going on, both commercial and residential. Now, there's slow areas,
Of course.
but overall, even with all this uncertainty, it's kind of like people are like, okay, we still have to live. Let's keep going. And it just seems like
Yeah.
that's kind of starting to happen.
A lot of the people that come here, I feel like, are very positive. They want to come to this, so you get to talk
Yeah.
to a lot of the contractors that have already inserted themselves into
Yeah,
that positivity,
very
that are
true.
looking for that. So that's why I enjoy coming here too, because
Yeah.
you're not running around and everybody's not ho humming. I mean,
Yeah.
they're excited to be at the
It's kind of
FRSA.
the cream of crop.
Yeah, they're excited
Oh,
to talk
sure.
about roofing, and
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. That is 100%. And I think that's why being and belonging to associations, right, Bill, is one of the best things you can do for your roofing company.
Right.
Be a part of FRSA.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a great organization. Like, 40 years and being on the committees and everything is another option that's available that I've been participating on that and board and the codes and everything that go on through the state of Florida. It kind of keeps us abreast of what's going on, that if you don't have this organization and participate in it, you don't know that. That information is give out to
Right.
to the contractors that are not part of it. And
All
so,
the advocacy, everything that they do for
right.
us. And I did share, I'll share with you gentlemen, because Bill, I cannot compete with Bill on this, but my first FRSA show was in 1994, and I've never missed one since. So
oh wow,
That's
you got a
fantastic.
long ways to
I
catch
know
up there, my friend.
my first one was
you're
2025.
you're one down. So
So,
Um,
well,
yeah.
gentlemen, thank you.
Thanks
Safe
for having us.
travels home. We're getting towards the end. We're going to have our wrap up here pretty soon, but this is the best way for me to end our day here on the soundstage is to have all of you. So thank you
Well, we
so much.
appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
thank you.
Please check out the Duro-Last directory on Roofers Coffee Shop and Metal Coffee Shop. Look for Exceptional Metals. It's a company that I tell you what takes care of its contractors, innovative products. You got to check it out. And of course, they're just nice. They're just nice guys. So we will be back soon. I'm not sure. We may have a couple more interviews, but I know we have a wrap up coming up soon. So don't go too far away from the computer. We'll be right back.